Today I'm going to show you step by step how to create this exact website using 3 AI tools. You don't need any kind of coding or design knowledge whatsoever. It's all just point and click. There's lots of great images, different pages, your bio, your headshot, basically anything you would need in your own personal website or professional website for a small business. Here you can see there's reviews, and it's perfectly suited for a massage therapist, but of course you can create all kinds of different websites using this method. This is a long tutorial today. I'm going to take you through every step. And the first thing you're going to need to do is go to zarla.com/website templates. Type in that industry you're making a website for. So this could be massage therapy, for example. And when you scroll down, you're going to see there's a bunch of different options for you. You can choose whichever one feels closest to what you're aiming for. But in this case, we're just going to use touch theory. So we're going to click here and start editing. And then here's where it gets really good. So you're going to go to ChatGPT and tell it exactly what you're doing. You're going to say, I'm building a website for my mobile massage therapy business, for example. Include the city you're in. And then ask it to create a short but catchy business name for you, so you can use it in your website. So here's ChatGPT, and it's giving you a lot of options. Just take a look down the list and see which one you like. I'm choosing Tranquil Touch Therapy. And then that's going to change all throughout your website. You don't need to edit everywhere. You just need to do it one time. Add your phone number, and that's going to change throughout your website as well. And then continue editing because we want to make some more changes. So this is all in Zarla. It's all free to do. And you can see everything's here, but it might not be quite right for your business yet. So that's what I'm going to show you how to do using ChatGPT and IdeoGram. You don't need to have any kind of images ready. That's what IdeoGram is for. You don't need to know what to write. That's what ChatGPT is for. And then Zarla is the thing that creates the website and puts it all together. All right, so let's change the logo first. You can generate new logos right here in Zarla if you don't have your own. I'm going to click through a bunch until I find one that I like. They're all going to feel like massage therapy in some way, but I'm looking for something really simple and calming. And that looks pretty good, so I'm going to choose that one. Then we go back to my other options here. And under layout for the menu, I can choose whether I want it to be right aligned, centered. There's a lot of different options for the menu, and this is just that top white bar across the top of your website. I'm going to choose probably the centered one. Yeah, I like the centered one the best. And then I'm going to go back to my previous menu. And then I'm going to choose hero and start to work on this hero section here. So first, the headline. I don't know what to write. So I'm going to go to ChatGPT and I'm going to say I'm building a mobile massage therapy website in Los Angeles, California. Write me a headline in the style or the vein of David Ogilvy combined with SEO. So he's an amazing copywriter, and that's going to give us some really good SEO optimized copywriting for our headline. You can see I just put it right in there, paste it, and save it. And I'm going to go to this text section. This is underneath the hero. Again, I'm going to ask ChatGPT to give me something that I can use because I don't want to have to worry about what to write. I want ChatGPT to tell me. So I'm just giving it more instructions. I'm a single therapy owner servicing Los Angeles. I give it my name, give it my certifications, and yeah, say I've done 5 years of this, and then it gives me all this awesome stuff right here. And I will include these prompts in the description below as well. So here we are. I've just pasted that text in, and it updates the website instantly. All right, now let's go back and let's change some of these images. I really want to show you how I use IdeoGram to set up websites like this. So if you go into IdeoGram, you can type in any kind of image that you want. And so ChatGPT, again, is going to help me decide what to tell IdeoGram. So I say, I'm going to build a massage therapy business in Los Angeles. I want to create some prompts that I can use for IdeoGram to produce high quality images. So here's what I wrote, and then ChatGPT broke it down for me, gave me a bunch of different options. And you can think of all of these as different images. It's a description of an image. I'm going to go through and pick the ones that I like the most. And I'm just going to type them in. Make sure to set your settings on IdeoGram so that you have a wide image, that you have the number of images you want, that your style is realistic, and I would turn MP to auto. And then I would generate. And here you can see it creates 4 images for you. I'm going to do a few more all at once so I can see how they all look. It's pretty much this fast. And then I'm going to create some tall ones just for variety. And basically what I'm doing is I'm creating a library of images to use on my website. Now, these, I didn't need a photographer. I didn't need to set up a scene. IdeoGram just creates everything for me. And these are what are going to make my website look professional. So then I'm going to come back to my Zarla website, upload some images, and I'm just going to show you how this works. You just choose the ones you want. You can kind of create the crop that you need, and then your new image is already there behind your hero text and everything else. So super easy to customize. Of course, you can have different layouts in the hero, just like you can have different layouts in the menu. And I'll show you some of these here. That's a pretty nice one, but I have a lot of text, so I'm going to keep looking. I'm probably going to use panoramic still. Okay. Now, after I've done the hero, I decided I want to change the colors a little bit. All of these color palettes are created for you. You don't have to worry about them. They're just ready to go. And they even adjust the color of the image, so everything looks really cohesive. And then you can also do the same with fonts. All of these are Google fonts. They're all free to use. And they're already paired for you, so they look good. Your titles and your text will look good together. And they just have a different vibe. Each one, maybe your business is a little more high-end, maybe it's a little more just casual. Whatever you're looking for in a font, just click through and see if any of them feel right for your business. I'm just going to keep clicking all the way through. You can see it's so fast to change fonts. So let's stick with Marcellus and Leto. I feel like those are good for massage. And then let's go down to this section. So I want to just say, Zarla just created this for me. But what I really want to do is customize this so that my services show up. So I'm going to ChatGPT. I'm going to ask it to create 6 massage services that I offer and include a short description. It's also going to give me the benefits for each service. Now, if you're a massage therapy business person, you already know this probably. But ChatGPT can still make it very easy to create that content without really having to think through, how do I write this? How do I make it sound good? So I just picked Swedish massage. And then I grab the description from ChatGPT and just paste it right in here. Again, there's no coding. It's all just point and click, and ChatGPT gives me the content directly. I'm also going to use these other ones. I want to have, lymphatic drainage, and I want to just make this really custom for my business. So I'm just going back and forth. I'm picking the correct ones, and I'm pasting them into the descriptions for these images. So I'm just adding a few more services. I wanted to make sure I had 6. And anytime I need an image, I just go back to my folder where I kept my IdeoGram images, and I grab another image out because all of these images are perfect and they work for my business already. Let's see, let's add one more. I'll do reflexology. That looks good. So again, you're just adding, the title and a description. And what that does in Zarla is it creates this new service, right? And the service is not just this little image with a description. The service also can become its own page. And I'm going to show you how to do that in just a second. So I'm adding the last image here, and everything looks good. But what I really want to do is I want each of these things to be its own page. So I'm going into them and I'm saying generate page. Now this is where Zarla really shines, because you don't have to think about any of that. You just need to click generate page, and here it is. And this could work for SEO just as is. The title's good, the descriptions are pretty good. And you can customize this page just like you can customize the home page. You can see that you can change the hero section to anything you like. I'm going to keep it on Splash. I think that gives a little differentiation between the home page and this page. And then in the hero button, you can have that hero button lead somewhere if you want. I'm going to grab this text and again have ChatGPT change this text to something that really fits my business. Since I'm a single business owner. I don't want it to say us or we, so it's going to rewrite that for me. You might not need that, but I think it's great for anyone who is a solopreneur. And then we're coming down here. I've got things that look pretty good. Going to change this text too, I think. Yeah, that looks a little better. And we'll just update it and save. All right. And then what I want to do is add another section. So I'm going to add the services section, but I'm going to change it. Instead of having services on this page for Swedish massage, I'm going to call this the key benefits section of this page. So I just change the title and write a new title for each of these individual benefits. Okay. And you can see I'm doing the exact same thing that I did before. I'm going to speed through this a little bit so I don't waste your time. But basically I'm adding an image. I'm going to ChatGPT. I'm getting a text and a description, and I'm updating it. So all of this looks amazing, and it's just taking a few minutes to get the images in place. I also deleted one of those. Okay, this looks pretty good. I do want to add something more like a call to action, so I'm going to add a new hero section down here above the footer. And I just want it to really feel like a really strong intent button for the user. I want them to see, okay, I can book a session right now, I can call, whatever. So I'm going to change the text. I don't know exactly what I want there yet. I'll go to ChatGPT for that, I think. Let's get the image updated. Again, I'm pulling these images from my IdeoGram folder. And then I'm going to ask ChatGPT, create a headline and subheading for a booking section on my website. Okay, so it gives me all this content. And then I'm just pulling them over to help build the website. So I'm grabbing the text here, choose your service, select a time, all this pretty typical stuff, but it does feel personal. And that's one of the best parts of this. Everything feels really personal. And you can, again, you can create this for a client without really knowing what to say about their business because ChatGPT knows. So even though I don't know anything about massage, ChatGPT fills in all those gaps. And I'm updating the contact us section as well, just with some text from GPT. There are spots everywhere in Zarla to add more text, so this is just going right under the button. And that looks pretty good. So I'm going to go back. I'm going to look at these other services. I think I just want to keep making new pages. So I'm going to speed through this pretty quickly because I just showed you kind of what I'm doing, but the same thing goes. I'm just going to change the text out. I'm going to change the hero section so it matches. And here we go. We're off to the races. ChatGPT is giving me all this stuff that I need, and I'm replacing it. You know, it's probably 5 minutes per page if you want to add a page like this. Okay, grabbing an image. And again, you can crop the image however you want. I'm doing all of these benefits for deep tissue massage. And then I'm going to update some of this last stuff here with a new hero. This is all exactly like I did on the first page. Okay, so as you can see, whether it's images by IdeoGram, whether it's the text by ChatGPT, or whether it's the sections and the pages created by Zarla, all of these AI tools work together amazingly well, so you can make your own website in just minutes. But let's go down and show you some other things here. So this is an image gallery. Of course, it works the same way. You can upload images. I'm going to add a bunch at a time and just show you that you can upload in bulk. Here's a few more. Let's see. And then once your images are uploaded, you can rearrange them if you want. So you can pull images forward to the top or to the bottom. Let's keep going. Here's kind of an about section, or just, you know, learn more about me kind of thing. Again, I'm going to take this into GPT and have it make something that sounds good. So I'm writing, create a profile of a massage therapist for this person with 5 years experience. There's 3 paragraphs. And that's all you have to do. Very personal. It's got all your information in there. This is technically a gallery section. It has one image. I'm using it kind of as a headshot area. And I'm going to upload a new image. And then now there's 2, so I'm going to delete the original one, and there you go. If you're doing this for yourself, just add your own image. Now this is a really cool part too with IdeoGram. So I'm actually going to go back to IdeoGram and create some icons that I can use that are custom for my business. So create a minimalist icon for massage therapy business. Now here, I messed up a little bit here, and I want to tell you what happened. I asked for it to create 4 icons at once, and that wasn't the perfect way to use IdeoGram. I'm going to show you, when you hit generate and you've asked it to do 4 things, it is going to put all 4 things in one square. And I do recommend squares for icons, by the way. And I'm going to ask for 4 images, but as you'll see in a minute, it gave me all 4 in one 4 times. So I just changed my prompt a little bit, and I asked for one thing at a time, and there you go. It's much better. So then I just choose whichever ones I like, download them, and they're all pretty consistent, which is great because I described that I wanted to use thin lines with teal and beige. And then I can quickly upload those images on my website. So even though you're using a template from Zarla to begin with, no one else has these icons, no one else has your images. It's a very personalized approach. And I've just added all 4 in here. Okay, let's continue on and see what else I want to change. Here's some pricing. Now, if you're owning your own business, you probably don't need to ask ChatGPT about pricing. And if you're creating a website for someone else, you probably want to ask them. But in this case, I just said, yeah, give me the prices. And it's a little helpful if you're new and you're just starting out, you're not sure what to charge. This can actually give you a decent range of prices for what you're offering. So I'm just putting all these prices in for the different services, and it's done. I do want to change some of these bigger images on the website. I just feel like I want a splash of color, so I just click on an image, click upload image, and the whole image is replaced. Here are all my reviews. You can have different layouts for your reviews as well if you want them to stand out a little bit more or have larger images. I'm just going to do this small image one over here. I like how that looks. And you can have unlimited reviews, of course, on your website. There's another large image. Here's like a frequently asked questions section. So I'm going to just quickly use ChatGPT again to create some frequently asked questions and paste them all in. Again, this is really helpful if you're mocking up a website for a client. You can have a very finished product and help them see what their website could look like if you're a developer of any kind. Okay, that looks pretty good. Down here, there's still some stuff left over from the template that says the city of Boston, so I'm going to change that to Los Angeles. And I'm going to change this button as well. I want it to say book your massage therapy today because that's just more action oriented. And I did want to change that a little bit maybe, but we'll see how if I leave that or not. Let's see. Going down to the bottom, I don't want this map. I'm going to click on it and click remove. I'm also going to look around at some different layouts here. I definitely want it to feel balanced. So I have this big image right above it. Maybe I'll do that kind of layout. Looking down at the contact section, I just need to change my hours. Some of this stuff came in with the template, so it's easy enough to see what you need to fix. Okay, we are getting pretty close to being finished. Here's more Austin-based stuff, so I'm going to change all of these real quickly. I'll change the title to Los Angeles, and then I'll change each of those little like suburb city areas to ones around LA just to make sure that I'm ranking for these terms in Google. And some of these are still Austin and I don't want to change them, like I don't have enough, so I'm going to delete them just by clicking remove. There's a few of them here. And down here on the socials, I'll add my own Facebook and other social links so that people can follow me. Okay, I don't love that these colors are the same between the footer and this section, so I just clicked on it and I'm choosing a different format. I'm also seeing here that now I have a paragraph underneath each of my locations. So I'm gonna quickly just describe those locations. Again, this is more SEO stuff, really. I mean, the more information you can give Google about where you offer your services, the better. And so that's why I'm just gonna go through here really quickly and add these areas within, you know, East Side, Northeast, and all these other locations. It's a super easy way to start optimizing your website. And obviously ChatGPT can give you more suggestions as well. If you're like, what should I put? It can give you lists of locations to use. Just to show you how this works, if you go back to your color palette section, everything changes when you change the color. So all the new sections you added, the fonts, the buttons, everything changes. So if you decide you want to change your colors after that, totally fine. And then the last thing I would recommend is when you're done adding sections, go back up to the top menu and change the titles of your links, because some of them are just like default titles. All right, that is done. You can see the drop down there with all my pages. And everything's looking pretty good. We'll just take one last look through it, see if anything needs changing. If not, you can go live instantly. No need to worry about hosting and all that kind of stuff, or the domain. That's all included with Zarla, and it just costs $9 a month. So click the option to go live. If you have a website that you created, please leave it in the comments. I'd be happy to take a look.